I am here with Chase O'Donnell. We're going to check out some of my stand-up that I performed last night on Laughter Party in a story that Chase vaguely knows about, but I guess we'll learn as I say it in stand-up. Chase, anything to say before we start this off?
No, nothing to say. I'm so happy to be here. I'm
Okay,
so
great.
excited to watch. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
excited.
so I never like writing stand-up for myself, but I wrote this like the whole base of this in like it's like 10 minutes of stand-up that I wrote in 20 minutes because I was like so like I gotta make this something.
Wow,
Uh,
isn't that awesome?
I mean, like
That's
I
when it
punched it
flows.
up since, but like it all.
Yeah.
Uh, and then for context, this is a just for everyone watching. This is a Monday night show, so the audience is pretty hyped for Monday night, but it is Monday
Oh,
night,
that's amazing.
and
Okay.
I'm opening the show. So just like once again, it's a great set, and the audience is great, but just it's not like standing ovation for 4 hours, great. But let's just
Right.
get right into it.
Okay.
It's me, it's William King. So some news for those who don't. Okay, so I always do this when I review back my stand-up. I always look at my intro moment. Luckily, like the crowd was pretty excited to get the show started, and I walked out and I was like, "Hey guys, here's what's happening tonight. How loud can you be? How loud are you gonna be?" And I got to start my stand-up right on the edge of that. But I like that I took the moment to play with them instead of like, "No, let's get right down to it."
Oh, I
That's
loved that. I loved that so much.
okay. It's all yours if you want to steal it.
No, no, that's you.
I do like the
You're
idea of I think I want to do that more if the audience is this receptive of like doing the whole like the things of like oh yeah and then like doing weird like what is it oh just doing orchestra
Yeah,
stuff
that's so funny. I love
could be
that.
fun or at the end when they're like if they're giving you a big standing ovation you could also play with that. That could be fun. But okay, great intro. I wanted to work on that. Another thing I was trying to work on for myself is to not run around the stage as much. Not because I don't think it's good, just because it's always hard as shit to edit it after the fact. So I was trying to
Uh,
contain myself for the tracking. But
Don't know me. I recently went through a breakup. Okay, okay. I've been through a few breakups, yeah. So yeah, it's the second one with this girl. Thank you, my friend in the back. Okay, I've been through a lot of
what did they
breakups.
say?
they said, "How many times have you said that before?" That's a Kiko. And here's the thing: it's like I prepared for like an audience saying mostly yes and a little no, mostly no, like oh, and maybe a little bit of yes, and like every combination of that binary. I was not expecting one of my good friends to heckle me right up top with a whole sentence.
Yeah, that's a heckle.
Yeah. In a second, I'm about to play with it, but like, in my mind, I'm like, why did you just do that to
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
Right
Oh my
now.
God. Yeah.
And then I go into the secondary.
Let's see how you guys feel about this one. I recently had a one night stand. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And she'll be the next breakup. Don't worry. No, no.
Okay, yeah, that was my sort of trying to way to being like, okay, I'm dealing with this, and I'm shutting it down, and let's make everything okay. You have a hand up, yeah?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna be like, and we've already broken up.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
That would have been a great
like
ad lib as well, yeah.
but like I feel like that could work even without the ad lib from the audience. Like,
Oh,
just
I
being
see.
like,
I recently went through a breakup. I had a one night stand. Oh, thank you. But we've already broken up because it's just one night stand. Oh, another breakup. Like to
yeah,
like, go in the limited information the audience has right now.
yeah, like you could be like, I went through a one night stand. Uh, I guess we've already broken up because I didn't want it to be one night, but it was. It's something like that. I
Oh,
want to hear
sure.
what you have more, but I know
No,
you.
I like. I mean, look. This is your first time hearing it, so I like the unbiased takes that I can potentially
Yeah,
like
because the
steal
idea
it.
of it like a
Yeah.
one night stand and then being like, I wanted it to be more than one night.
Oh,
It was
I do something like that later. Funnily
okay,
enough,
okay, great.
great minds think alike. But so
Yeah.
far, the audience is feeling me. I've mostly done just crowd interaction, and we are 1 minute in, and most of it has been the audience going, "Yeah!" So
Yeah.
I'm taking the set so far.
Yeah,
Let's
you're
So
see.
doing
I
good.
matched with this person on Bumble, and she was absolutely gorgeous. She had all these like quirky and funny pictures. She ran her own business in the art space. So I was like, yeah, I am all in. I know why I chose her. But then my brain was like, why did she choose me?
That's good.
No. I know. I have many wonderful qualities, but. Thank you. I love myself. Here's the thing. She's bisexual.
I could have done a better ad lib on that too. Once again, I was not expecting. I mean, I opened Pandora's box with all the hey, say things, yell things at me, and now that the audience is like actively taking that thing, I was like, oh crap, yeah, people are gonna want to play. So yeah.
I also thought there was gonna be a big laugh when you said, "Why did she choose me?" I thought I feel like that deserved a bigger laugh.
Yeah, so like when I was running it by other stand-ups beforehand, we sort of like we expected there to be some sort of like why she chose me, and then like all my comedian friends were laughing when we had that moment. But for some reason, if you're watching at home after the fact, there is this weird like the audience got super hyped, and as soon as I sat down and started giving like the expositional details, they went from like pin drop. It's like such an interesting
because sometimes that happens to me where I'm like, this is a joke. I'm not being mean to myself. I think the audience was like, oh, honey.
Yeah.
And I hate when they feel bad. It's not. You're not supposed to feel bad, okay?
Yeah. You feeling bad is making me feel more bad. Now I hate myself. It's like
if that would be a good crowd work. If it's like, you guys, let's not make me feel worse, okay?
I do.
Okay.
We do turn it around in just a second with the next like playful crowd bit.
Sexual, and this is New York. Yeah, it's a lot of.
Oh, so let me go back.
Thank you. I love myself. Here's the thing. She's bisexual, and this is New York. Yeah, it's a lot of. She showed me her Bumble feed. It's like 6,000 people want to fuck you. We can do an experiment right now. Look around the room. Right now. If you had to make out with someone here tonight, would it be me? Woo! Perfect. No. That's just to say that like I felt very lucky, and I was like.
Okay, yeah. So once again, I feel like I saved the moment from any crowd like, oh, what was William? And once again, I do like that I have a lot of like real but fun crowd gets to play along bits in the first. We're 2 minutes through, or 1/4 through, and thus far, other than that one little spot where the audience is like, is William okay? They've been fine with me. I don't know, Chase, your thoughts on just this opening so far?
Oh yeah, no, that you have the audience. The audience is so engaged. They're so excited.
Yeah.
They want to know your story. You're very likable. You say like, oh, I could have done a different crowd work, but you were just being yourself, and people like that. You were great.
Thank you, Chase. Okay, let's
You're
get
welcome.
to the. Yeah, let's get to the meat of this.
Is this a trap? So I asked her like, why did you choose me? Yeah.
Yeah, see that first person going like that could just as easily the audience laugh, but when that first person goes, oh, it sours the whole audience, and so like. Anyone watching at home, if you're ever in a comedy show, don't be the person that breaks out the because no one's gonna hear like and then start bursting out laughing. They're gonna now feel nervous to laugh. So you just soured my audience. Yeah.
I hate when people go, oh, we're on stage telling jokes. We're not.
I do recover this one better because I'm like slowly. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to play with this audience. I'm not so much in my head, and I'm like, okay, fine, you fudgers, let's play.
We still had sex. You guys know the ending. So she said, I hate toxic masculinity. I really go for the most feminine guys. Yeah. Stop it. Quit it. Thank you. Also,
Okay, great joke. It's funny because like everyone I pitched that joke to, comedian-wise, had their own takes on what should be the manifestation of physical and like verbal after most feminine guy. I don't know, Chase, for your money, what would you do after the most feminine guy?
I would have gone because I love what you did. So piggybacking off that, I would have gone, Oh, me? I'm feminine. Honey, I am feminine. You want to see feminine? Oh, look over
Oh.
here, baby girl. Oh, yeah, I can be feminine. Like,
Oh.
almost as if you're like proving to
Yeah,
her,
trying to like, well, yeah.
show her how feminine you are. You want feminine? Okay. Oh, you picked the right guy. And then like, no guy has ever been trying to prove they're
Yeah.
feminine.
I like
Yeah,
that. I like that.
I
I
think
love that. I
that.
especially love that honey child, like just like go
Yeah,
like real.
well, like I'm just like copying what you did
Yeah,
was perfect.
yeah, yeah.
But I also think, um, just like in terms of what you have said to that point, that was so funny. Um, that the crowd work you had to do because the crowd kept getting involved, but in future sets, I feel it could be like I matched with this girl who's amazing in every way. I didn't get why she matched with me, so I asked her, and she said it's because she likes really feminine, non masculine guys.
Are you saying
And then
without the crowd work piece?
without all that, you could just get to that because that to me is the funny part.
Oh, great. Okay, maybe I try it. Well, it's like I do that, and then if they, okay, great. Yeah, I could dig that. Especially if I'm gonna run into some audiences that aren't gonna want to play, and they're gonna like get to the jokes, funny man,
Right.
and having a
Right,
different
like
version would be good.
this you had to extend because you were involved. The audience was involved, but like, yeah, if you're not playing with the crowd, just get to that point because that's such a
Oh,
funny joke.
great.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, no.
I had a friend in my photos that she also knew. So she's like, oh, we know the same person. It's a lot less likely that you will murder me. She didn't say I wouldn't murder her. Just it was less likely. It's a sad reality.
So I went through like so many different versions of the specific wording for that joke. I'm still not fully happy with the final iteration of it. It's not terrible, but I don't know, Chase. As far as the idea
Yeah,
about like she's
I
like, oh,
thought I was like, okay, you just did the like, oh, you feminine? Uh-huh, I'm feminine. Oh, you don't want to murder her? I wish there was something that could like
oh, yeah,
be
yeah.
like
If
that.
I use your proving myself to be feminine, then I can't be like, oh, you don't want to murder her? Oh, I'm so not a murderer. I wouldn't even murder. I wouldn't, like I don't even own knives. Oh, I wouldn't even
Yeah,
kill a
like you could be
fly.
like, I'm scared of spiders, and then she's like, ew. Oh no, okay, I like spiders. I
Oh,
like.
I'm scared of spiders. I'm like, yeah, and that's feminine. You like that too. And then when they like blur together, like the
Yeah,
non-murder
like you
flows
could do
into.
some sort of act out, like murder. That something like I only watch murder shows on Netflix, like a feminine girl would. I don't know. Never
Okay,
mind.
yeah. But once again, this one is hey, comment below if you found the perfect way to crack this joke. But yeah, I think we all agree that this is like a maybe currently like C iteration of the idea,
Well,
and we
and
could probably punch
the
it up.
other way you took it was like that's the sad reality of it, which is that's more honesty dollars of just being like, yeah, girls, I guess that's why you want a feminine, or just like,
Oh,
or like even taking it. Sorry, my brain's going a lot now. Now it could go like,
you know.
um, oh, you don't think I, oh yeah, I'm feminine, but you don't think I can murder? I don't know if you get like offended. I don't know.
Oh, sure. Yeah, the reason I added that honesty doll is because when I did this for some of my other female comedian friends, they were like, well, it is kind of like dark that we have to do that, and I was like, oh, so because originally it was a little more like yuckity yuck, and then there was like this sort of like tension about like, yeah, the carefree guy joking about girls afraid to be murdered. I'm like, okay, yeah, that does seem a little. So let's add maybe a little bit in case the
Yeah,
audience feels worried about that. I don't think this
yeah. I
audience
mean,
was, but I like that's why I had like that safety valve in there.
and do we even need that line?
We don't for this crowd. I don't think so, but I think for some crowds, if people are like, "Wow, how dare he?" I think it. I don't know. It might need.
Well, I mean, just like, is it funny enough, like omitting that she wants someone that won't murder
Oh,
her. Just
oh yeah. I could just leave it in most feminine guy. Like I'm pulling from the truth of the situation of like what actually like why she really chose me is because we had a mutual friend. But yeah, the set does not need. I could just like feminine guy plow forward from there. Like it's not ever referenced again. So yeah, we could just completely this joke out of the set.
maybe like I this worked, but if yeah,
Sure.
that could just it's not. I don't think we'll see, but I don't think it's necessary for the plot.
Yeah, it's not gonna be necessary. It's not any bridging. I don't think so. We'll see.
This
Okay.
to me was, I live in England. I just got out of a 10-year marriage. Went through divorce. I have twin toddlers. I'm just looking to get as high as possible and have a casual night of fun. So I was like, yeah, okay, applause, yeah.
Oh, I could have done if I had a quip there like yeah, applause for casual fun like that would all I needed was just like a little bit more. But you could yeah at least I was
In the
again
moment.
yeah it is good to at least acknowledge it that I wasn't steamrolling through. But yeah I didn't have my best improv brain this
I was
night.
like, okay, meet up, and she had just had a 5-course, all edible meal. Yeah, she was relaxed. And I don't know if you've met me, but I don't give off relaxing energy. Yeah! Hi, I'm William! I had to tone it way the fuck down real fast. So,
Okay, yeah, thoughts on high. There's a version of that where it's like I give off cocaine energy but I think I like this better, and I also like the so I toned it way the fuck down so like the audience doesn't feel off put by my energy. But I don't know, Chase, thoughts on high energy?
Yeah, I know. I thought that was good. Oh, just by saying high energy, you could be like, and I don't know if you know me, I'm very high energy.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm not
You
high.
could-
I'm not high energy. I'm high energy. High. I think I had a version like that, but I didn't know if it was
Yeah.
like too yuckity yuck, too normal William style. So
No, I think that's people love a pun. Yeah,
Okay.
just being like, okay, and she was high energy, and I'm high energy, but I'm not high energy. I'm high energy.
Yeah, and if the audience doesn't laugh, you can be like, yeah, that's the effect it had on her. So I toned it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an emergency.
I'm a William, and I got high energy.
Spot on impersonation.
we go back to
That's funny.
her place, and we are, like, one night stand, I'll let you say it for me, sir. We were in love. Oh, no!
What did he say?
Oh, what a romantic! Thank you. I was in love, and she was just fucking.
So he said in love or making love. I was trying to force the audience to say fucking. So
Okay.
the joke was
Yeah,
going to
I
be
heard that.
she was fucking, I was making love. But this sweet man who's actually Susie's dad was in the front row. And so he says, luckily it still let me do my joke because he just did the other way. I had to switch it around. I did fuck it up a little bit, and I said I'm in love instead of I was making love, but it's still the idea is still
Yeah, that
fans.
was funny.
But yeah, it was a great audience moment.
Is
So yeah,
Susie her dad?
that's
I mean,
Susie's dad.
Who's Susie?
Susie is one. Oh, you've never. Susie's one of our new Batsu members and Laughter Party comedians.
Oh, I know Susie. I
Okay.
thought Susie was the girl you're talking about.
Oh no, I would never say her name on stream, and definitely in case she's watching this, I won't I won't reveal any of your personal details, of which some have been changed for this set. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So
No, I thought that was great.
We're doing things, and then in between doing things, we're talking about how like religion messed up my early childhood, and like religion messed up her early childhood. I'm like, oh my God, William, you can make this work. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. My own brain was like, she lives in England. I have a passport. She has twins. That's one each. Look, William, she barely likes you. I'll love her enough for the two of us. Yeah. Once again, I understand how ridiculous this is. That's why I turned it into stand-up.
Okay, a few, yeah, a few things. One, that I got that big of an awe, I still take it as a win because it's an audience reaction. But the audience was starting to percolate when I started to mention the religious stuff. I wish I had paused and developed like, oh, some other people messed up my religion, Scientology maybe, Jehovah's Witness. Like I could have played with that before and going on.
It's not the norm that guys are as sweet as you, and I think it's funny to call it out.
Sure. Guys normally aren't as attached to me unless they're murderers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just wrap it all in one. That might be the one.
Yeah.
Usually when a guy's this sweet and attached, you're like, he's a murderer. And that's okay.
Well, and that or is this so funny? I don't know. Like you could be like saying all these things and then she said, whoa, and you go, oh, is that too far? I don't know if this isn't in your head.
There's a funny joke like that I didn't use, but keep a pin in that because there's a joke like that I almost use in a different way. There's the joke where here I'll wait for it.
We end things and I leave for the night, and it took me an hour to get an Uber outside of her Airbnb. And so we're texting, and she's like, I had a great time. If you're ever in England, hit me up. Okay, yeah. Hey, I kind of wish you were still here. I was. But I couldn't say that. You know, an hour later, like, yeah, I'm still right outside your window. You still think you're not getting murdered? Yeah! So I just went home. So side note.
Yeah, that joke did not land as well as I thought, so I just went home, and luckily it's all truthful and it's in the narrative, and none of these jokes are pushing it, so I can get away with a lot more than normal William-style bits that aren't about something real. But I don't know why I like that joke. I don't know why they didn't necessarily feel that. I think it's a little confusing because I was like, I'm outside, it took me an hour to get an Uber, and that might have implied that they thought like I was in the Uber or home, so they physically don't put me outside. I don't know. Chase, your thoughts?
I got it. And I think that's so funny that you were outside and you called back the murder. So, yeah, I thought it was funny. I think it deserved a bigger laugh. So maybe it just needs to be reworded just a little different.
Sure. Yeah, your audience, this audience.
Yeah, audience.
I'm gonna use that if I ever get in this situation.
If it's like, yeah, I wonder if it's like, she said, "I wish you were still here." I was still there, but she already told me she didn't like murderers, so I didn't want to tell her that. Like something.
Sure.
Like,
I wonder if it's like I was still there, but it was a one night stand, and it was morning or something cheesy like that.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, I got you. Okay, maybe that's the one.
That's funny. She made it very clear this was a one night stand, and it was morning. I swear, I'm not a stalker. I'm not a murderer, just a stalker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna murder you. I'm just gonna kidnap you forever. No.
Yeah.
Right now, many years ago, I met this girl on the first date, and I was absolutely in love. There's a pattern here. And so she was like, man, whatever. But I took one of her stories with her permission, and I turned it into stand-up, so I'd have an excuse to talk to her over the next year. Like, here's how your story did in Atlantic City. Here's how your story did in Maryland.
It's true.
A little extreme. It fucking worked! We dated! A year after that, on the year anniversary of our first date, we went on our second date, and of course... It's true. Thank you. Yeah!
This is so sweet. I love this.
Just be a psycho. No,
That was like the last spot I expected an applause break. Like in the middle of an expositional story that I'm using to set up something else. Luckily I rolled with it, but yeah.
But to me, you were being so genuine, and you were just talking. You weren't in your bit mode. You were like literally just being William, having a real moment, and it was so endearing. That was endearing. Yeah, that was fun because we got to see inside your brain. And be like, oh, these jokes, he's not making it up. This guy just falls in love with everyone.
Yeah, unfortunately. But I'm like, this is so foreign, being real and vulnerable. I want to do poop jokes. No. Well, let's keep
No,
going.
that's how I got the laugh. You're being so real.
We didn't work out, but she's still one of my closest friends to this day. So I, of course, wrote this stand-up set. Do we think I should send it to her? Yeah. What's funny is I designed a part here where I go, I'm going to keep asking till everyone says yes. And I didn't even have to do that. Thank you. Thank you. I guess my hands are tied.
Yeah, the bit was supposed to do expecting a few no's so I can be like, people don't believe in love. I'm going to keep doing this till we all say yes. And then we do it the second time, it'll be a much bigger yes. But this crowd was all in on me. Maybe it was because I just did the intimate moment, and so they felt kind of scared to play the no. But
I think you should be to make it a little more no. So what do we think? Should I send her this set where I'm talking about stalking her and murder and this and that, like all negative stuff? Should I send it to her?
Or to fully incept the no. Yeah.
And get the no, like, because it would
Yeah.
be really creepy if you're like sending a girl that I've only met once that's made it very clear she doesn't want anything to do with me. She lives in England, has two
that might
kids.
be that might be too far. Then I'm like, but now make the audience. I agree going like 80%, but too far.
Okay.
Okay.
80%. Go 80% on the creepiness. And then be like, yes, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna send it to her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then like.
High energy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna steal that. I like that. If I don't use it here, definitely using that somewhere after high energy. I like that as a callback.
So message to her if she's watching this after the fact. I just want to say that all my emotions here have been exaggerated for comedic. Shut up! If you know me, shut the fuck up. Be cool. And look, I would never say something crazy like, "I love you." I'm not saying that. No. So I am going to England in 2 weeks. Hey, I'll be very happy in 2 weeks and very sad in 3. Yay.
Okay, thoughts on that? Talking to the camera, her.
Oh man, I loved it.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, I mean, this is so good.
Oh, thank you.
I
was actually inspired to write something instead of like, I have to write myself some stand-up. I was like, I really want to do this. And so, I feel like it made it better. So that's what you're saying.
It's really good. No, I thought that I would never say something like I love you and they awed again. I wonder if there's something that could get a laugh there.
Yeah.
I would never say something like, but I mean, I love you so sweet, so.
I never.
It'll
Gotcha.
get the awe because it's so sweet, but.
To get like something that's similar in the vein, but something that won't get an awe, but will get like a.
Then
I would never say something like "Have my child," and like there's
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
Have my child. Like a stepdad to your twins.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little funnier, I think. But yeah, this is great.
No. But I'm saying this. So if anyone in the audience or watching at home, if you had a one-night stand and you really like that person, you'd like it to be a two-night stand, three-night stand, just like a casual, low-pressure, lifelong one-night stand. You can send them this to feel them out. Like, what do you think? And if they're like, that's crazy, you're like, yes, that is crazy, what he is thinking, and not me. So here is...
Okay. Could you... another joke about... So I am going to England in 2 weeks. Thank you. Not to see her. I've come up with an elaborate plan to get my work to send me there, and I might maybe run into her.
Yeah, I might maybe know the neighborhood she lives, and I might maybe be having a hotel there, and I might maybe know her favorite coffee shop, that I might maybe try to get some coffee and post for the whole 8-hour workday to see if she shows up at any given time and be like, oh, hey!
Yeah, like something that like she didn't invite you. Like, I know
Sure.
she did, but the audience doesn't need to know that.
Yeah, the audience can think that they need to call the cops after the show.
So I am going to England just for fun.
Yeah.
I have a vacation. I picked somewhere on the map. I don't know. I was just random.
Yeah, I
It's
just
really
went.
It was really. I was like, oh.
Yeah,
Oh, I
my
guess
my
I-
map was her face. So this is a joke. I slightly fucked up the wording, but the original joke was, so if there's anyone in the audience who's had a one night stand that they wish was a 2 night stand, 3 night stand, or maybe just a low pressure, casual, lifelong, exclusive 1 night stand is what the twist was supposed to be. But I didn't put exclusive, and so I just said lifelong. So it made it seem like the situation would still be casual instead of me like twisting it mid to be like, no, all of a sudden they're turning this. So I think that's why that joke didn't punch. Luckily, I got the joke after with the follow up of send it to someone. But that's how that other joke was supposed to go, and I think the audience just took it at face value because of that one missing word. I don't know, thoughts on your end?
I didn't notice that. I feel like if you want to punch that, you could be like, so if you want to turn your casual one night stand into an exclusive lifelong one night stand,
Okay,
like just
gotcha.
maybe
Okay.
shorten it.
Gotcha.
It
Instead of the
yeah.
Cool. I like that as an alternate way to hit that. Yeah.
A heartfelt bit. I of course just went through a breakup, and the whole year, because we'd broken up a year before and gotten back together, my mind was like, you gotta make things work. You gotta make it work. You gotta make it work. You gotta make it work. And my friends were like, William, you don't have to make it work. One person believes in breakups. Okay.
Yeah, I was expecting.
Could you be like, whole year I was like, you gotta make it work. You gotta make it work. You gotta make it work. And my friends are like, William, can you stop talking like that? Like, make it like you're saying that to your friend.
Oh, you gotta make it work. You gotta make it work. You gotta make it work. Like,
William, we heard you. Can you stop being weird?
Sure.
Okay, I know it's gone.
Anytime I pitched this to other comedians before the show, they thought, and I thought you don't have to make it work was gonna get a much bigger laugh, just because of the parallelism and like the truth of it. Literally, only one person laughed, which luckily I could play with that to then get the laugh that I thought. But I was so nonplussed that the audience.
That's the thing. Yeah, I don't think it's a joke. I think it's like, yeah, the parallel, but it's not.
Sure.
I think the joke would have to be like, you gotta make it work. You gotta make it work, William. You gotta stop saying that. Like you're annoying us. I don't know.
Sure.
Just I think that's why it was like we expected you to say that. What you said.
Yeah. I also think because this is like an awe audience, I think they're taking it more as like, oh, he's confessing things instead of like, no, these are all jokes. All of these are jokes. Even the things that seem heartfelt are jokes. And so like they are taking me, I think, a little bit too much, ironically, at face value. Not wanting. I think maybe a little bit is that is also baked into the pie.
Yeah.
And that my friends were like, oh, this is kind of a ridiculous situation, and I didn't agree with him. But then I got in this new situation, which is definitely ridiculous, right? Do you think we have a chance? Yeah. Oh, okay. Great. So if you're watching, a whole audience of random people believes that we can be together. No, but seeing that this is how my brain worked helped me let go of both situations, and I haven't been as hung up on my ex because I'm like, oh no, I'm just crazy. So I just wanted to share that with you guys tonight. Thank you. That is my time.
I don't like that I used the word crazy. I think it is not good mental health language. I think I should have stayed ridiculous or like over exuberant or like I get attached too fast. So like I love this iteration of the set, but I hate that I ended up using the specific word crazy. Oh, no, William, you crazy.
No, it was really sweet. Like you were so sweet and real, and like everyone was engaged the whole time. I think like.
I wish I was engaged.
I feel like you could have been like, this has helped me. Like, I feel like if you want, you can end on more of a like callback.
Yeah, I do think I sort of like ended it too soon. I should have gone a little bit more with like a moral lesson or like a little bit further into that last moment. Or one giant big callback that like you think serious moment, you think serious moment, you think serious moment. Okay, hey, but remember, joke thing.
Because it could also, this whole story could end with, so I'm going to England in 2 weeks. because that
Oh,
is such a
I got you. That is where
that
we reveal the
that
information. That could work.
it does tie it up in a bow.
Yeah.
So, like, that can be the ending, or
Yeah.
you could find something just a little more of like a callback or
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm going to England and catch me for my next stand-up set a month from now. The worst week of my life.
There it is.
Yeah,
There it
something
is.
like
Thank
that.
you guys. Like, I feel like that kind of ties it up more as a stand-up set, but
Sure.
that was so impressive.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So,
And the only reason I had notes is because it was written so well. It was so easy to give notes.
oh, sure. No. You know, it's art. It can always be, even the best set can be made better. So I always do this when I review sets with people. The outro moment I think was really good. Other than like maybe I could have gone either further heartfelt or like made that final joke. And then I just introduced the next comic because the show's happening. But if I was going to do this again, if with this audience, I might have tried to address their awness a little bit earlier so I could get them. I still like that they awed me. It means they were on the same page. They were reacting to me. They were playing with me. But I could have turned that into laughter if I had nipped it in the bud or like jujitsu redirected it early on. And there were a few moments when if I had a few more iterations with this set, this is the first time I spoke it to more than one person. I think there's a few of those moments that I could have had better. It's on mine. So I know you have to leave soon. So any words that you want to say to like wrap up this whole set? Any like lessons you might want to be like, oh, here's something like anything like that. And it's okay if you're like, nope.
To wrap up this set, I mean, I just thought you were really real in this set. Like, you know how sometimes you are so high energy? This set, you were really just like, and it probably has something to do with this was the first time you were telling the story, and you were just genuinely telling it, and it really worked. It worked that you were just talking as like you, because the audience was like, oh, what? Like, oh, we really like him. He's so likable. You were really likable by just being yourself. There wasn't like a character, which
Sure.
also works on you. But I really liked this not having a like big character. You're just telling it, and it was just like made you want to engage. And you, I mean, there's not a single person in there that was tuned out or bored. Like you had everyone's attention. That was really good.
Chase this sweet. Thank you, Chase. Thank you.
It's
Thank
true.
you.
It's true.
Okay, great, and that's the perfect spot. Hey, check out more of our stand-up review videos. Check out Chase O'Donnell. Find her all over the social sphere, and check out our show Laughter Party. We have all sorts of other review videos of stand-up and etc. Hey, and like, comment, and subscribe, and smash that bell, and all of those things after the fact.